Yes guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's the big video of the week, the Premier League prediction video. Now in this one I'm going through all of Saturday's and Sunday matches. We have loads of matches to go through. Some of them bring some excellent odds, and I'm also going to combine all the bets together and give you one big ACCA with crazy odds. If you're not yet subscribed, make sure you hit subscribe because I post football betting videos every single week, usually 2 to 3 videos a week, so you don't want to miss out. Just hit that big red button. Now if you want to skip straight to Sunday's matches because the Saturday ones have already happened when you watch this video, I will put the timestamp in the comments below. Just click that and that will take you straight to Sunday. And as I've said many times before, I prefer in-play bets as always, and I will give you guys a free in-play tip over the weekend. Just join the free Telegram, the link is below, I will post it in there. Okay, let's start with Saturday. There's no early kickoff on Saturday this week, so yeah, we start with the 3 PM kickoffs, and the first one we're looking at is West Ham versus Everton. West Ham are 14th at the moment. Everton sit just below at 16th. Both coming into this match after a poor result. West Ham losing 3-0 to Forest, terrible. And Everton losing 1-0 to Southampton. Now West Ham do okay scoring at home. You know, we put 2 past Man United and we scored 4 against Ipswich. And Everton have conceded in 4 out of the 5 last away games. I can see West Ham scoring in this one. Scoring over 0.5 goals, the odds are not worth it, but I can see us scoring 2 in this one, so I'm going with West Ham to score over 1.5 goals, and the odds are 2 for this one. Next we have Brentford versus Bournemouth. Both teams are in pretty good form overall, however that all changes when you look at their home and away forms separately. Brentford have not lost at home this season, and Bournemouth have just the 1 away win this season, but if you flip it, it's the same. So Brentford are very poor away, and then Bournemouth are very strong at home. The last 4 head-to-heads, Bournemouth have not beaten Brentford. So I'm going with double chance with this one, home or draw, and the odds are 1.5. Next up we have Crystal Palace versus Fulham. Palace, you know, they were on a bad form, however they've started to improve recently. They've not lost in 3 games in a row now. Fulham sits 7th in the league and come into this game after beating Brentford 2-1. Both head-to-heads last year ended in a draw, so it's very tough to call this game. Very tough. They're both quite equal. I think Palace have the slight edge because of the home advantage, but to keep it safe, I'm going with double chance, home or draw, odds of 1.5, like the previous one. Next up we have Wolves versus Southampton. Clash at the bottom of the table. Wolves sit bottom with just 3 points, and Saints are just 1 place above them, and they've just got 1 more point than Wolves. Wolves have had 2 draws in a row. Southampton got their first win of the season finally against Everton. Wolves' last 4 games at home have all ended with both teams scoring and over 2.5 goals. So yeah, we always see lots of goals when Wolves play. Saints, 4 out of the 5 last away games have ended with both teams scoring, and 3 of them ended with over 2.5 goals. So you've got 2 options for this one. You've got both teams to score, odds of 1.66, or over 2.5 goals with odds of 1.72. And like I said at the start of the video, at the end of this video, I will let you know the total odds of all the odds put together in one big ACCA, and I will let you know what one I've gone for as well for this game. I forgot to add the Brighton versus Man City game when I was recording the video, so for this game the video's a little bit shoddy, but then it goes back to normal. So Brighton come into this after a narrow 2-1 loss to Liverpool. Man City, they're on the ropes. 3 losses in a row now, including a 4-1 smashing at Sporting Lisbon and a 2-1 loss to Bournemouth and Tottenham. Brighton at home are very solid, no losses at home in the league this season. Brighton's last 5 games at home though have all had both teams scoring, and City's last 4 away games have had both teams scoring. So we are going with both teams to score in this one, and the odds are 1.6. Next up we have Liverpool versus Aston Villa. Liverpool are in fantastic form at the moment. Nothing is stopping them, especially after beating Bayer Leverkusen 4-0. Villa not looking as good as they usually do. 3 losses in a row now. Losing to Palace, losing 4-1 to Tottenham, then a 1-0 loss to Bruges in the Champions League. They look very tired, unmotivated. I'm not really sure what's going on with them. Maybe the extra games is proving to be too much for them. With this being said, I do think Liverpool get the win here, and the odds are 1.5. So that's all the Saturday matches. Now we have 4 Sunday matches to go through. We start with Tottenham versus Ipswich. Tottenham full of confidence right now after knocking Man City out of the cup, and they also got a solid 4-1 win against Aston Villa in the league. Ipswich, on the other hand, still without a win, which is nuts. They still have not got a win in the league. There has been over 2.5 goals in 6 matches at home for Spurs, and Ipswich have conceded 4 goals in each of their last 2 games away from home. The odds for a Spurs straight win, it's not worth it. The odds are too low. So I'm going with a Spurs win and over 2.5 goals in this match, and the odds are 1.5. Make sure you choose over 2.5 goals overall, not just Spurs. So then if Spurs win 2-1, this bet still wins. Then we have Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle. Mate, Forest are unreal this year. They're doing incredible stuff. They're playing great football. They're scoring goals. They're picking up great results. They sit 3rd in the league. Chris Woods is insane this year. No one can stop him. Newcastle, they're not doing as well as they should be. They sit 11th in the league. They recently beat Chelsea in the Cup 2-0, but then they didn't really put out that much of a strong team. But saying that, Newcastle have also beaten Arsenal 1-0 in their last game. So they're turning it around. The way both these teams set up, we should see a very open game. And it's worth noting that in the last 4 head-to-heads, they've all had both teams scoring. So I'm going with both teams to score in this one, and the odds are 1.8. Then we have Man United versus Leicester. Man United will have Van Nistelrooy in charge for this one, for his last match as a caretaker manager, before Ruben comes in on the 11th of November. Since Ten Hag's sacking, they've beat Leicester 5-2 in the Cup, and they also got the 1-1 draw to Chelsea. Leicester have just the 1 away win this season, and that was against Southampton. Now this is the last match before Ruben comes in, so the last chance for players to really impress him in a match. So I think they'll be well up for it. So I'm going for a Man United win on this one, and the odds are 1.4. Now the last game of the weekend, the big one, which is Chelsea versus Arsenal. Now hopefully we see a very good game here. I don't want a boring 0-0 draw or anything like that. I want goals, but you never know. Chelsea come into this after the 1-1 draw against Man United, and Arsenal, they're looking a bit ropey. 2 losses in a row now. They look very lackluster. I don't know. There's something not right at the moment with Arsenal. I know they've got a few injuries and stuff, but they don't look great. Things need to improve for Arsenal. They currently sit 5th in the league, and they are 7 points behind Liverpool. Now I do actually think Chelsea look the slightly better team this season so far. That can change in a couple games. It could change after this one if Arsenal smash Chelsea 5-0 or something. But at the moment, as it stands, Chelsea, I think, have been the slightly better team. So I'm going with a double chance here, either Chelsea or draw, and the odds are 1.5. It's entirely up to you what you do with all these selections. If you could pick maybe 1 or 2, do some singles, do some doubles, do some trebles. It's entirely up to you, or wait and play. Always a good idea to wait and play. And then you can place your bets using the in-play stats as well to back it up. Now, just for fun, I have put the entire lot into one big ACCA just to see what odds it would return. And we get odds, this is using Betfair, by the way. We get odds of 71.84 if you decided to do the whole lot, if you're an absolute nutter. If you decide to do it, £10 returns £710.84p, which is decent. If you decide to do a big old ACCA, just bear in mind that it's very, very unlikely to win. So if you do it, just use a very small stake only and keep this as a fun bet. I will also have the Goal Fest video for Saturday as well. By the time you watch this, it might be live, it might not be, but just make sure you're subscribed and you won't miss it. And make sure you're inside the free Telegram channel, link is below. I will let you guys know when I upload any new videos so you won't miss a thing. And I'll also be giving you guys the free in-play tip over the weekend inside that free Telegram channel. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these selections. If you agree or disagree, that's cool. Just let me know below. I do read all comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Take care. Peace.